We go crazy when a kid scores a basket or scores a touchdown, but when academic things are involved, we don't have that same level of excitement. We want kids to celebrate the fact that they love math, they love grammar, they love social studies.
One of the things that I really strive to do in schools, especially in all the schools that I've worked in, is to make sure that there's a focus on academic competitions, not just a sport. You know, this is something for those kids who may not be able to compete at that level, to compete in something and enjoy something that they are good at.
And it gives them a chance to exhibit that kind of grace under pressure, in that they are trained to mathematically perform, or in the language arts games or in the social studies games, perform at a high level, but at the same time be learning as much as they do in a classroom sometimes.
It's a relatively low economic input you need to start a league. You need to buy a couple games and make photocopies. So it's accessible to all.
Year after year, teachers and coaches, once you see not only the value of the game, but the relationships that you have with these kids. I mean, some of the kids I've taught I probably haven't seen in 15 years, but they're still like old friends that if I saw them, we would stop and we would talk, and it would be just like old times.
I think academic games helps them to mature. You have to be self-reliant. Unlike athletics, there's no coaching from the bench.
I have one young man that I can remember who was incredibly shy. As a sixth grader in my class, I could hardly get him to share anything, much less write anything. But he became interested with academic games, and by the time he finished 8th grade, he had been to nationals. He had been successful. He came home with trophies. And he really had a renewed idea of self-confidence. There's a lot of meaningful things that come about as a result. Not just grammar, but just developing who these kids become.
Academic Games has endured for 50 years, clearly exhibiting the need that kids have, and coaches, for competition. That's what's made Academic Games last 50 years. Good academics, great support from educators, but also a understanding that competition is vital.